103 applies to all flights. Every flight you go on, you guys should be doing certain things, right? We're just looking at this one more from an IFR perspective. So weak fart. Weak fart. All right, I need to know my weather charts and forecasts for my route of flights. Well, if I've got weather, that's probably going to affect my known ATC delays. If I've got weather, it's going to slow things down.
Where's the best place to find those?
Actually, I'll show you online here. Known ATC delays. If I've got known ATC delays, that's going to affect my
Fuel planning.
fuel planning. Because if I've got an extra 30 minutes there, I got to tack on an extra 30 minutes of fuel. Well, my fuel planning is going to determine and be affected by my alternates. When should we have an alternate?
All the time.
Always. Do you guys teach your private pilots that? You should.
Now.
Okay? Very, very seriously. Think about it. You send your student down to St. George. How many runways you got?
One.
Gets down there and the airplane's flipped over on the runway. Where's he going?
See you.
He doesn't have enough fuel.
Hurricane.
He's going to the new St. George one, and it's going to be a soft hit.
Okay, so here's what happened. It was out in Nevada somewhere. I can't remember where it was. Student goes out there, and can't remember what happened or exactly the situation, but he gets out there, and somebody comes on the radio and says, "Hey, did you know the airport was closed?" First of all, didn't even check his notice, okay? So, okay, oh, it's closed, crap. He had just enough fuel to get there and then was at his minimums or whatever. So he looks at his chart, finds the nearest airport, and lands. Guess what? No fuel. Okay? So, when do I need an alternate? Always. Now, the difference is, IFR, there's a legal requirement of when I need an alternate, and that alternate's going to be different, because that alternate's got to be outside of the weather. Whereas, when we're talking alternate, we're talking about where am I going to divert. So basically, always plan for a diversion. You have to have a diversion airport. Otherwise, you're calling me and sounding really dumb. Hey, can you guys bring some fuel down? Grab a 5-gallon can. Can you grab a couple of milk jugs? So, okay. Once I get to my alternate or at my airport, I'm going to need to know my what?
Runway length.
My runway lengths and
Takeoff and landing.
I need to know my takeoff and landing so I can land on those runways. So I like this because it's an actual, to me, it's a logical flow of trying to remember them. So, and the other one they throw in there is the NOTAMs. Technically, it doesn't even list that in the FAR, but you always have to check your NOTAM for every flight. So, there you go. All right, 2 places that you can check. Stand by 5. All right, 1. There it goes. Anybody ever seen this page before?
Daw.
Oh, that's funny. So, under here, down here, it says standard briefing. This is where you find all those other weird reports that you can never find. This is where you find like your surface analysis and your weather depiction chart and everything like that. Down here at the bottom it says ATC delays, FAA Command Center. So you're just going to go down and make it really, really easy. IFR is Alpha airspace, right? Like I have to be on an IFR flight plan. It is IFR. No exception. Okay, clear blue sunny day, IFR. Okay? Alright, I'm going to see if I can even remember these. Let me try to do it. Correct me when I'm wrong. So then we go 3 miles, clear of clouds. What's that one? Bravo. Next I got my 3152.
Charlie, Echo.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do, classify it. What does it mean? 3 miles visibility with 1,000 above, 500 below, 2,000 horizontal. Okay, this is the way I taught it. I like teaching stupid things because people remember stupid things. If you look in your family tree, we've all got a little bit of Catholic in us somewhere, right? So just remember, it's 3,000 feet above, 500 below, and 2,000 horizontal. You'll never forget it though. 152, Cessna 152, 1,000 above, 500 below, 2,000 horizontal. Okay, here we go. Charlie, Delta, and
Echo. Below 10.
Echo below 10,000, and
Golf at night.
Golf at night below 10,000. All right, next. 5111.
Echo Golf above 10.
Echo and Golf above 10,000. Okay, so that leaves me, what I'm left with now is I've got Golf during the day below 10,000. And I've got my 1,200 foot mark, right? And above 1,200. Below 1,200?
1 mile clear clouds.
1 mile clear. Above? 1? 152. So Golf below 10,000 has the 1 mile. 152 again. I pull it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have to memorize 5 things instead of a list of 12 things. Okay? Try this with your students. I guarantee they'll remember it a lot easier, a lot better. So, now there's one exception. What's the one exception? Golf?
12.
At night, within
At night it's always
half a mile of the runway. 1 mile clear. What does that mean? I can go do traffic work at night in Golf. That's it. Traffic pattern. Okay.
Within a half a mile of the air.
So that it does work. I remembered it. I could never remember those for the life of me. Okay. Special VFR. Special VFR, I have to have 1 mile visibility, clear of clouds. Special VFR is an IFR clearance. Okay? So you have to actually call up a controlling agency to get that clearance. What they then do is temporarily include you in the flow of traffic and keep you separated from other traffic. So if I want to go into Spanish Fork, I can call up Provo Tower to get my special VFR clearance to make it into Spanish Fork. Okay? But you have to have a clearance. That means when I get on the ground in Spanish Fork, what do I have to do? I got to call and cancel that special VFR clearance. Okay? So it's basically kind of a little temporary. We're including you in the IFR mix. Brandon Nixon picked one up. He had probably the best example. We're out shooting approaches. I was ahead of him on the approach. He was 3 miles behind me. Or actually, he was farther than that. He was about 7 miles behind me. As we're coming in, all of a sudden it starts snowing. We went from unlimited visibility down to like 4 miles. Then it really started to snow, and boom. As my wheels touched the ground, Provo Tower said, Provo Tower is now 1 mile visibility. Brandon Nixon's out on